Hello everybody, a little video here on Jupiter retrograde that's coming up right now. He's already in, it begins till April 10th and he's gonna be until August 11th. He's gonna be in a retrograde mode. Um, the retrograde mode, first of all, it's something that I will explain a little bit on diagram, the graph, the way that the planet appears in the sky from the Earth point of view. We have a different direction where the planet stays in the zodiac, and we see it like the planet moved back, which is turn it back compared to the planet actually moved forward. But the effects over on us are a little different when the planet's on a retrograde mode, and I will go over to it. First, a little bit of great, getting better. Everything gets a little better. The hands getting a little better, and I'm keep going doing this for a little while longer. We'll see how much longer, but it's gonna be okay. So that's about me. So let's go talk about a little bit about Jupiter. Jupiter is the largest planet, first of all, into the solar system. He's the fastest spinning planet that we have into. Also, the one planet that has the most moons into it. He is responsible in the Greek mythology. He is Zeus. He is responsible for the growth, to give, to everything. The astrology wise, when he's at home, which is his Sagittarius, it is about religion, it is about spirituality. But what happens is when he's in direct motion, he moves us to certain things, to the material parts, to the growth, so we can be able to get the things that we need in order to do the things that we need to do. But when he's in a retrograde mode, he go back and he puts it's like, okay, I'll give you all the money, but the money doesn't bring happiness. You need to go ahead, look into your soul. Your soul has to make you happy. You have to be happy to go do certain things for certain people. And this is what he's going to do. He's going to make us what I'm going to be calling a spiritual renaissance. A renaissance time when we are going to be go back, looking into your soul, and doing and looking at the values that we are going to have as a soul. What are the twin flames? It's a very important part. This is the part when you learn actually to let it go. So you understand that the universe is in control, not you of it. So first of all, let's look at it. Um, what does that mean? A retrograde motion. Okay, so this here, that will be Earth, and here, for example, that's going to be the planet that we are monitoring. And as you look at it, the first day, the way it appears in the sky is a 0.1. The second time when we measure it, it appears a completely different spot. The third time is appear in the center. The fourth time and the fifth time. So the planet makes this motion, or also the so-called S curve, into the we have into the planets. And this is how, if you take a pictures, this is how the planet will look into the sky. Like all of a sudden you went back and then came forward again into that is the curve. That is the curve that is going on into, and that curve right here, it's what we are going to follow. So what happens is as the planet comes in, okay, we are talking at the beginning, the where it's begin everything on it. That is as of January of 2019. Jupiter is right here. Then Jupiter moves forward, and it's gonna go move forward of 10 degrees, which is that is gonna be the retrograde motion where Jupiter is at the 4/10, which is already passed. This is the day Jupiter turns from direct to a retrograde mode. 10, he's gonna go move, he's gonna slow down, and at the August 11th, he's gonna go to direct. And then what's gonna happen is gonna go ahead It's gonna go ahead and move back into the 24-degree at November. So we're gonna have a process that's going on that happens in January all the way to November. So this is a long span of events that's gonna be coming up. We're gonna be repeating on it on their own. So what does that mean for us, Dave? We are going to have an event that, first of all, it's gonna be giving to us. Then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna revise those events. We're gonna go back, and then we're gonna go ahead moving forward and fix the events that we need to fix. And this is why this renaissance, what I call, it's going to happen into it in us. For a lot of the people, those is gonna be the time when you're gonna be expressing your soul. You're gonna be creating something new. You probably gonna go ahead and have something about art, something about writing, something about sketching. You may become a painter. You're gonna have something that it has to do with art. Even art, it's considered if you can get in a computer and create some kind of visual effects or something that it's out there. But the inner part that goes on, it's gonna take the time during this retrograde period is you to revise the things that you did in your life. Depends of what your stage of life you are into. The stages of life there every 12 years, which is mean that you begin your stage of year one, which is usually that it's considered to be Aries, and that is the time when you are born. You have the fire, you have this liveness inside of you. Then it's the age of 2. That is the time when you begin to understand the material things. That is actually a Taurus. At the age of 3, you actually go to the daycare or you begin to socialize with people like you, your friends. That is a Gemini. And the age of 4, you begin to understand who is your mother, who is your father, who is your brother, and everything else about family. That's it's considered to be a Cancer. So during those periods of whatever ages you are, they're actually repeating itself. So whatever your astrology chart is, you need to look at it. What do you come in? What do you look into it? Where you're born and all that stuff, which is completely, it's going to take like an hour to explain, and it's still not going to be enough. But we are talking about a Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius. You have to look at it how this is going to be affecting you. That energy is going to be giving to us to the earth of that point. It's going to be kind of like giving to us, but it's important to us what we are going to do with it. Are we going to do the right things, or are we going to be doing the right things? The positive part of this is spirituality. It's religion. Jupiter is going to be focused the goodness and the spiritualism to something very important. We to look at a different side of our souls. Are we good enough with people around us? Are we good with the people there way out of our comfort zone? Are we go ahead and we can do and help other people? And this is going to be reevaluation about your life. What do you do with your life? What do you do in your current situation? Are you using your ego, your material parts, and nothing happens in life? Or you actually begin to listen within your soul? And by you being good to others, the good things came to happening to you. So this process is going to be internal. It's something that you're going to be sit down, you're going to find some times where you sit down and you re-evaluate everything that goes on. And that evaluation happens on its own. If you have to, go ahead and say to your partner in life, it's like, hey, I just need to go zoom out. I need to be having a space for me. I'm gonna pack my bags. I'm gonna go or rent a hotel for 2 days. Just so you know, I won't be with nobody else. I just need something to do for me on my own. I just want to be free of everybody. I don't want to hear nothing about work. I don't want to hear nothing about family. I need to pay attention to me so I can get better to me, so I can be better here at the family. I can be better with work. I can be better in my spiritual life, wherever the situation it is. Be honest. Jupiter is going to teach you to be honest. Jupiter is going to go ahead and turn on the knob so fast in you, you to look at a different side of you that whatever you did lie, specifically the lie that you know that you lied into it, to be a review inside of you. There's gonna be some moments that everything is gonna be like projecting right in front of you, like, hey, you lie about this, you lied about that, you are bad about this, you're bad about that. You know you lied, but you screwed it up. You know you did this, and that is gonna be kind of like a create makes you guilty. That is the part of you saw the things that you did that were not right, and now you're gonna relieve the things that you did, but you're gonna be relieving. You're gonna be like projecting it inside of you with the same compassion as a you now looking at the situation of a soul and how wrong were you. And this is gonna be that renaissance that you're going to do it in you. About the people who are in the spiritual connections, we're talking about soulmates and the twin flame specifically. This is gonna be review. How honest are you in your soul? Did you dare say the truth in your soul about the love, the partner that it's you are connected with you? Do you accept the connection? Do you deny the connection? The people who are so-called runners, that's going to be a very tough period. And this is a part when the runner will begin to look at different side of themselves of what did they lie to. It's so hard to living with one person and you know somewhere out there you're connected to somebody else, you're with someone else, and your soul at night wants to be with that person, not with the person that you are next to you in the bed. And that is a very, very difficult part to accept. But Jupiter is gonna really, really gonna knock out that energy inside of you. A lot of you is gonna feel the guilt. A lot of you who are runners, they're gonna be understand. And if you are the chaser, you already know you have to let it go. So this process to happen on its own. You don't have to be involved in this process. You have nothing to do with your twin flame in that process at all. You are going to allow the universe to do its own work. And if your twin flame connected to you, or your soulmate connecting to you, and it's like, you know what, I admit it, let's go, let's forgive each other, and let's go and move on, let's go see what we're going to do. That's going to be the greatest thing that could happen. The other thing could happen is if they're connected to you, you gotta tell them, hey, just you have to understand, you keeping yourself in misery by dreaming for me every night, and now I live in a misery because you're not here, and we're not doing the right things together. And that is the part of the twin flames, that crucial part that you understand that you need to change. You have to go ahead and change. If your twin flame comes in and says, like, you know what, I choose this partner, this is what I want to be, this is what I need to do, he's got to solve his karmic situation. This karmic situation is that he's got to go and do what they need to do with it. Once the karmic situation is fixed, or whatever it needs to be done, that connection will break away, and your twin flames all of a sudden will come back to you. They will understand everything. They will understand how bad they were. They will understand that they were listening something else, whatever the situation is. But Jupiter is gonna go ahead and work really from inside of the person. And for a lot of you, if you feel this energy, uh, be patient. The retrograde, it's to turning back in time, and you to have the review of what you did as ego, and we will project it on your soul, you to go ahead and change yourself, you to go ahead and create this renaissance inside of you, that part that really, really is going to help you. Advices into it. Stay grounded. Um, there's gonna be some, if you have issues with the high waves that you cannot take it, drink a cold water, take a cold shower, go out barefoot if you need to ground yourself. Um, the other thing, it's you can meditate of it. Another thing that it's very helpful into it is try to get those high vibes inside of you and look what you not let it go. The hot vibes, they're coming in because you hold on the processes. You can't hold on too much to the processes. They are meant to happen. Your resistance against to it. Once you resist it, you created that heat. And that's what that heat comes in into. Um, please express yourself. You are in the Sagittarius. The Sagittarius, that it's the art. Express yourself. If you have to write something, go out there, write. Maybe if you don't want to be publicly written, you can go ahead and write a journal, or go ahead and write yourself a notes for whatever it's happening into you to this period. Then you go ahead and review it after that. Another thing to be very mindful, be careful with the people around you. If they comes in and they ask you some questions while you're in this period of reviewing, why are you reviewing? If it's someone that comes in and bothers you while you're reviewing this stuff, be patient to them. Don't go ahead and be explosive. Don't go be an aggravated, agitated into it. Just stop for a second. Okay, I'm sorry, I had something else in my mind. What's going on? What can I do for you? Take care of that issue and then go back and do your inner work. Do that revisions inside of you of what's going on. So you can have a better life for yourself. You can have a better life for the people around you, and you can be a better for everybody else. Thank you so much for this video. I hope it helps you out, and be love.